How to get your board members to support you and your new non-profit. I'll tell you this, the hardest part of this good work we do is leading people. Every other thing answers to the law of give and take. Every other thing answers to the principle of you get what you put in. So if you put in one, you're most likely going to get one. If you put in 10, you're most likely going to get 10, including fundraising. But when it comes to leading people, you may put in so much, you may put in so much effort, but still get very little in return. This is one frustrating part of this work. We've seen founders who are like, I've tried all my best. I've been trying to make sure they come along. I've been giving them all my support, but it just feels so impossible. Yes, it feels impossible. I tell you, I understand how that feels. And that's why today we're going to be talking about how to get your board members to support you and your new nonprofit. Because among all the people you get to work with, your board members are really one of the most important group. And if you get it wrong with them, I'm telling you, your nonprofit is as good as done. But if you get it right, it means you are only, on a free ride, or how do we call it? You're on the slope, you're just going smoothly. That's what happens if you get it right with your board members. So before I go on to talk about the 8 key areas or key strategies to help you get your board to support you and your new nonprofit, remember that we help nonprofit startups. So if you're looking to start up your nonprofit, if you're looking to incorporate 501c3, we have a resource on our website that can help you go through that process all by yourself so that you don't have to spend thousands of dollars, paying to lawyers and consultants. And also, if you're looking to raise money for your nonprofit startup, simply go on our website, book a call with me, and I'll be happy to show you how to raise money for your new nonprofit and how to scale. So over to the 8 key steps to get your board members to support your new nonprofit. The first step, or the first thing you must do, is ensuring that you have the right board members recruitment process. One of the biggest mistakes most nonprofit founders make is, not taking their board members through the right recruitment process. So it usually goes through the process where the founder reach out to a prospective board member, usually someone from within their network, and they just explain the vision, and they're like, "Oh, I want to come on board." And the next thing you get them is they are a part of the meetings, their names have been incorporated as part of the organization. That process is not solid, and it's most likely going to lead to a situation whereby the board member comes in and in a few months they are disengaged. In a few months they seem discouraged, right? But if you want your board members to come in, stay engaged, be able to support you as much as you want to, it means you have to take them through the right recruitment process. This involves, really planning, defining who are the kind of board members we need, and then going out there to create the tools you need to bring in these board members, from your board recruitment pack, board recruitment manuals to board agreements. Before going out there to launch your board outreach using the different ways possible, and then getting them, those who wants to be a part of the board, getting them to apply, right? You evaluating that application and then reaching out to them to set up an interview where you get to ask them important questions. You also get to ask important questions before, making the decision that we want to move forward with this person, running a background check to make sure they are the right candidate, and then onboarding them before then integrating them into the board. If you take them through this process, they are most likely going to take their roles more seriously. They are most likely going to be more engaged, and they are most likely going to give you their best. Unlike where you take them through a shabby process that, gets them to feel like the organization isn't really organized. So getting the recruitment process right from the very beginning is one key step to make sure you're successful all the way. And including during the recruitment process, this is going to take us to the second step: 100% board giving. You don't bring in people into your board when they're already in, and then you're telling them they have to give do 100% board giving. It is during the recruitment process That's when you introduce them to the 100% board giving, so that when they're coming in, you already know that they are coming into a place where they have to put their money where their mouth is. They are coming into an organization where they have to support the organization, not just any organization where they sit idle. So it's very important to communicate that, especially during the recruitment process. And of course, 100% board giving is a situation where board members give to the organization as much as they can. Some organizations put a fee to it, some leave it open so that people can give from the abundance of their hearts. This is very important because there are even grant organizations that would want to know if you practice a 100% board giving. Because think about it, if a board member can't give to an organization, why should I, who's outside, give to that organization? So, on to the third way to get your board members to support you. First is the recruitment process. Two is board giving. The third is access to their network. Board members are connected to business owners, they're connected to family and friends, they're connected to wealthy people. They have the network that you need to succeed. All they have to do is give you access to their network, or all they have to do is introduce the organization to their network. So if you can get your board members to introduce the organization to their network, to provide you access to their network, that's a huge and a big win for you. The fourth step of the process is delegation and outsourcing responsibilities. This is very key. I think before I go into delegation and outsourcing responsibilities, let's talk about strategic planning as the fourth step. So, strategic planning is you bringing your board members to plan together so that you all can execute together. The mistake most founders make is that they plan alone and tend to force that plan on their board members. It's always ends up, in frustration. But when you bring your board members to plan, right, you're giving them a feeling of ownership, you're giving them a feeling of importance, you're giving them a feeling that they matter and in the grand scheme of things. And in community development, we believe that people who plan together execute together. So if you're looking for them to execute with you, if you're looking for them to support you all the way, it means you need to plan with them. You planning all alone, or you going to get a consultant to plan and then forcing that plan on your board is a huge no, and it's not going to get you where you want to get to. So once we're done with strategic planning, now we can now go to the fifth step, which is delegating and outsourcing responsibilities. Because after planning, you need to be able to delegate and outsource responsibilities if you want them to be committed and continue the path you've started on. So after strategic planning, you could delegate fundraising, marketing, depending on the different roles, to different board members so that they could serve as overseer and sometimes even support you in these areas. So delegating and outsourcing responsibilities is key. If you don't delegate responsibilities, then it's nobody's responsibility and it means nobody's going to do it. So delegating and outsourcing is one key way to get them to support you. The sixth step of the process is by providing training and support. Your board members could be good in their own areas. So for example, you run a child care organization and then you have a professional who's good in childcare. Beautiful. But sometimes that professional may not be good in representing or advocating for the organization. They may not be good in introducing the organization to their fundraising contacts. That's where training and support comes in. You need to be able to train them so that they can be able to represent the organization, so that they can be able to network and introduce the organization the right way, in the way that can bring money and resources to the organization. So training is important. Like I said, they may be good in their own right, but there are other areas of the organization maybe you may need them in, and you have to train them. Then the next step, of the seventh step of the process, is accountability. You need to put accountability measures in place. Delegating responsibilities, outsourcing responsibilities is good, but if there's no accountability to make sure people are doing what they're supposed to do, you will always find out that people would not do what they are supposed to do. So when you put in accountability measures in place, you're making sure that they follow through on the responsibilities that have been given to them. So accountability processes could be as simple as you, the founder, calling in, the beginning at the end of the week, or setting up some sort of schedule, setting up a board arm that holds the entire board accountable, or that places accountability processes to ensure that people follow through and do what they are supposed to do. And then, of course, lastly, the eighth step is showing gratitude and celebrating wins. Your board members are most likely going to be unpaid. So it means whatever they're doing is from the abundance of their hearts. You need to appreciate them. You need to let them know that what they do, you see it and you appreciate it. There are different ways to show appreciation. Apart from personal appreciation, you could provide a handwritten letter. You could provide a letter of recommendation. You could share their story across your social media handles. Let the world know the good thing they're doing within your organization. These things reinforce the motivation, reinforce the conviction of these board members so that they can continue giving you more and supporting the organization. Also, celebrating wins. Whatever win you all win together, you need to celebrate it so that they know and they anticipate this celebration, thereby giving their best towards whatever you're working on. These are very important to get your board members to support you. Not just your board members, just anyone to support you. You need to be able to show them gratitude. You need to be able to celebrate wins. You need access to their network. You need 100% board giving. You need the right recruitment process. You need to be able to delegate and outsource. You need to be able to plan with them. And of course, you need to be able to train them so that they know how best to support you and give you the support you need somewhere. So here you have it, the 8 clear ways to get your board members to support you and your nonprofit organization. Again, if you're looking to start up your nonprofit organization, we have the resource to guide you to be able to help you incorporate your organization within your state, file for your EIN, apply for your 501c3, whether it's the short or the long form, all by yourself. Go on our website, nonprofit-school.com, to get that resource so that you can get started. And if you're looking to raise money for your nonprofit organization, we're available to help you. Simply go on our website, schedule a call with us. We will strategize with you on how to raise money, guide you, and then we'll all execute together so that you can reach your fundraising goal for your organization. So we're at the end of today's session. Tomorrow we're going to be coming on here again to put you on your tools so that you can get your organization up and running. So that's going to be bye for today. Peace and love.